About a year ago, I met this guy named Emmy. We talked for a little bit, and he offered to show my friends and me some of his favorite places around town. He gave us a tour, pointing out places that held special meaning to him. We stopped at his favorite burger stand and ate, while he told us more about the memories each place held. As we were getting ready to leave, Emmy confidently announced, "You can stay at my house tonight." So we followed him. At his house, his parents welcomed us, then ushered us out the front door with a grocery list. We shopped for the items they needed, not knowing that while we were gone, they invited their entire extended family over and prepared their backyard for a barbecue. They surprised us with a party when we got back, just to celebrate us coming over to their home. The rest of the night, we spent eating awesome food, playing games in their backyard, and finally, crashing on their living room floor where they set up pillows and blankets for us. Now, you might be thinking, this is really weird. Why would a guy invite strangers to stay over at his home? Why would a family throw a party for said strangers? And the kicker, why would my friends and I agree to stay at the home of a guy that we had known for less than 30 minutes? And you're right, this, for Lincoln, Nebraska, is really weird. However, this story didn't take place in Lincoln, Nebraska. It didn't even take place in the United States. I met Emmy on a water taxi in Tigre, which is right outside of Buenos Aires, Argentina. And we weren't just random kids hanging out in Tigre. We were lost, without food, and for a while, stranded on the side of a river. I took that photo while we were waiting for rescue. Emmy was our saving grace. Through his kindness and a lot of broken Spanish, we were able to, 1, get back to land, and 2, experience a culture the way that one should, through interactions with the people who know it best. In the past year, I've been extremely fortunate to travel around the world. Through travels with my family and studying with Semester at Sea, I traveled to 17 countries on 4 continents. Before traveling those distances, I considered myself a kind person, but it took traveling over 20,000 miles by ship and 22,000 miles by plane for me to realize what true kindness is. I've always thought that kindness is simply niceness, which it can be, but it's so much more than that. I've learned through my travels that kindness can take all sorts of shapes and forms. Kindness is the act of caring, sharing, and helping people, completely unasked for. It could be as big as housing some lost students and throwing them a barbecue party, or as small as smiling at people that you pass on the street. Kindness helps rid us of the cold feelings that we're used to exchanging every day. It's about being open with one another, compassionate and empathetic, being one in a community rather than one alone. While in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, my friends and I couldn't have felt more alone. We had things stolen from us, we weren't sure how certain customs worked, and to top it all off, our feet hurt. Just when we were beginning to believe that Rio was our least favorite place on earth, we met Mariana. Mariana approached us on a bus and helped us navigate our map. She advised of different places we might be able to stay, mentioning that she had a friend who might be able to house us, but that plan fell through, so she offered her own floor. And we stayed with her for 2 nights instead of just the one because she wanted us to have a safe place to stay the entire time we were there. She took us around her city, enlightening us through the colorful culture we had found so scary just a few days before. It was only through Mariana that we got a true taste of what Brazil had to offer. She invited us into her community just when we were feeling the most vulnerable and alone. Maybe you've noticed, but with both Emmy in Argentina and Mariana in Brazil, some of the best experiences happened after things went wrong. And not just wrong, they were pretty disastrous. Plans fell apart, we got lost, we made mistakes, and we felt defeated. But this taught me a lot. I learned that when everything went wrong, I had nothing more to lose. It gave me the extra boost of confidence to reach out, make connections, and ask for help. However, I'll stop you there. I'm not saying that you should just throw your plans in the air and follow the next person you meet. In my case, my friends and I weren't being reckless. We were informed, and we protected ourselves. We listened to our intuition and made extra plans in case things went wrong or just didn't feel right. Because we were prepared, we were able to take those extra risks. Walter Camp, an esteemed Yale football coach, said, "Luck is the residue of your design." Luck comes from preparation, and sometimes a risk is what it takes to make something better. So sometimes it's just taking that extra step. Through those experiences, I learned to connect with others before the plans fall through. Desperation taught me how to reach out, and now I practice connecting with others that I don't know as often as I can, because it wasn't the places I visited that created memories for me. It was the people, and specifically those who showed me kindness. It's scary to reach out to new people, yes, but the warmth you feel while building a community with someone else is so worth it. I could tell 1,000 other stories of the kind people I've had the pleasure of meeting. These pictures only show a few of them. People who didn't point to a map when I asked for directions, but instead walked me to my destination. People who called car-owning friends to give me a free ride when I only asked where the closest taxi stand was. People who taught me a new skill. People who treated me like family when my own family was thousands of miles away. People surprised me with their kindness, and I believe it's my duty to pay that forward. Regardless of my home country, race, religion, or appearance, I was welcomed by kind strangers in every place I visited. Upon returning home, I made a pact to make a change in my own life. I vowed to be kinder every day. I try to do it through small things, like being more aware of what's around me, by being open to meeting new people, and offering a hand when needed. But I've tried to counter it in larger ways too, like helping international students at my university feel more welcome in their new environment. So many people in this day and age are apathetic, uninterested, and unconcerned of those around them. Why? The world is getting smaller, and people are more connected than ever. But sometimes we just don't care about the person who's sitting right next to us. At times, I'm surrounded by people, and I still feel alone. Travel has taught me that we are a part of a community. We're a part of something bigger, and we're all a lot more similar than we think. Regardless of where we're from, we need to look out for each other. I've been to a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of things, but the thing that has most affected my life was the kindness people treated me with everywhere I went. After seeing how easily others helped me, I realized how easy it could be for me to help as well. I may never know the man or woman sitting next to me in a coffee shop, but by striking a conversation, a whole new world opens up and a new adventure begins. I used to consider myself a tourist. It wasn't until I explored the people in other cultures that I became a traveler. A tourist visits a destination and returns home. But a traveler's journey never ends. We can all be travelers here at home, and it starts with meeting and being kind to the person next to you. Life is an adventure, but it's short and it's precious, and there simply isn't time for us to think only of ourselves and those in our circles. So I challenge you, go out on a limb, be kind, and open up your world. Thank you.